I've done 1,800 plus B2B demos, meaning I've sat on 1,800 freaking calls. And as grueling as that sound, sales is actually easier than you think. And it actually comes down to three things. One of them is actually not in your power whatsoever. The three things that matter in a B2B sales call where you have decision makers in play is simple. Qualify slash understand if they actually have a problem, show how you've solved the problem, set up next steps. There's nothing else involved. That's absolutely it. I wish it was more complicated than that. I wish that like actually I don't wish it any other way. I used to complicate it so much more than it is. It's qualify slash do they have a problem? Show them the solution. Literally show them the solution, not a slide deck, exactly how it's gonna. And I'm speaking out of like I'm selling SaaS, right? So I could show them on a demo, and then set up next steps. If you don't do these three things, your conversions drop. The second those three things are fulfilled, it's almost, I wouldn't say impossible, but it's a lot harder to lose a deal when you've sat down and qualified. Are they the decision maker? Do they actually have a problem that you need to solve? Are they just shopping around? Is there actually pain? Is the pain in terms of they're wasting a bunch of time, or are they wasting a bunch of money and effort with what the previous solution was? And if so, great. Let me show you exactly how we've done it with 1,000 other companies that we worked with. Here's three that are very similar to yours in your industry that we've helped. This is how it helped them. Give me a second. Let me show you exactly how it works. Whip up the demo, show them live exactly the workflow that they would be experiencing on the spot. And what we do is like an AI badge scanner. So you take a picture on the spot within 5 seconds. We enrich a contact detail. You can add context. It's for field marketing managers who are giving this to salespeople so they can track and attribute ROI from their conferences and trade shows. And then the last thing is, okay, you have a problem. Sick. Showed you the solution, exactly how we've helped others just like you. And three, what the fuck are we going to do about it, right? If you just say like, yeah, I'm going to send you a pricing sheet and hit me up when your manager says something, then it goes nowhere. The things that's helped me the most is the next step. And if you don't know what to do in the next step, it's simple. It's just homework. It's give your prospect homework. And the first thing you can do is, and this works really well because it allows them to test the product. So they've seen the workflow. I tell them on the next call, what I'm going to do is set you up on a 2-week free trial. You can bring as many salespeople or leads, salespeople on that call. So we can go get you onboarded. We're going to give you 100 free leads. There's actually no commitment, no credit card. You like it, you already have an account and you're onboarded. You don't like it, then au revoir, like see you later. But on that call, tomorrow, after tomorrow, whenever that call is, again, the shorter the better. Don't push it 2 weeks out. I'm going to set you up. So now there's something for them to look forward to. And there's something on the calendar that we can both, lock into. If they don't go for the trial, the next step would be, if they're not the decision maker, which really depends on what you're selling, is to set up a call with the decision maker. And if they really push back, like they don't want the trial, they don't want to set up a next call, still put something in the calendar. I know it sounds weird and pushy, but you can frame it in a way where it makes sense. Where, look, Jenny, this time is Jenny, not Cindy. My last videos, I've been talking a lot about Cindy, but today's going to be Jenny. Look, Jenny, I know you don't want to put something in the calendar right now, and I understand that. However, do you think it would make sense for us to put something tentatively in the calendar, maybe a week from now? So it gives us a time for us to follow up. If you can join, that'd be great. If you can't, no problem at all. I can call you. And that usually, if you just say tentatively, you just take out the scare. I don't know, some people just don't feel like putting something in the calendar. Still gives you an in to just call them 3 times that day, send a bunch of emails, and follow up. So that for me seems to help the most. 80% of the time, they are always down for a demo. 20% of the time, they'll probably tell you, like, look, I need to talk to XYZ. You say, no problem. Let's just put something tentatively in the calendar. If you can join with that person on that day, great. If you need to talk to them and we need to move the date, that's no problem at all. But at least we have something in the calendar to look forward to. And we can go ahead and either talk about the trial or the onboarding. So that's helped. So in summary, you just qualify, you show them how it's worked for others, and you set up next steps, and you're good to go. That's really as simple as that.